Hey guys, good to have you all back. I hope you have 30 minutes. I do, and I want to do a small little project. Okay, I hope you're in for some lovely flower pastel goodness, because that's what I'm in for today. Okay, it's going to be an easy project. Yeah, I have some supplies on my desk. I'm going to do it in a certain theme, but by all means, do it any theme that you want. Okay, let me explain what we're making and tell you the supplies that I'm using. So here's the plan. I have 3 envelopes, regular ones, guys, new ones. So these have not been used. And these are 6.5 by 4.5. 6.5 by 4.5. But it doesn't really matter which size they are, as long as they're all the same. And I want to make sort of a trifold thingy with pockets. So I'm going to hinge them all together, like so. And like so. Yeah. And this is going to be the closing flap. And then you fold this in, and you fold this in, yes, and then you close it here. And it will have pockets, and I'm going to make extra pockets. Yeah? Very, very easy. Do it with any color envelopes you have lovies. I just have white ones, but if you have craft colored ones, that will also work. Okay, I'm just going to collage on them, cover them, just, decorate them with all sorts. I'm using from the kit these, because I'm in for some pastel floral goodness. So I'm using some of these. You don't need digitals, lovies, just use any paper. I'm going to combine it with normal paper. I have some beautiful old music paper, and I have some from a sewing magazine. And I really like the color and the sort of the font. So some book page, yes, and then just, whatever. I will decorate it. For my focal points, I've taken out the flower fairies. I love flower fairies. I have loads of books. I have already cut into this one, yes. And I have some beauties out here, yeah. They are rather big, but they will fit. I've already chosen 3 of them because I have 3 envelopes. So I have 3 sort of, covers or of these. So cute, very. So these are going to be my focal points. But maybe you're more into mushrooms, I don't know, tablecloths with teapots on them. I don't know. Guys, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Or you want it in a grungy style. I just want something cute. So I'm going to use my flower fairies. What else am I using? I have some washi tapes out. Yeah, cute ones. I don't know. I might use a little bit of washi. I will be inking. Not very, very dark because, happy, joy, cute, sweet. So I have my tea dye and I have some bundled sage because I think the color will go well with all the sort of pastel green stuffs. Yeah. I might use this. I have some ribbons from Stamperia. And I had 2 sets of these. And I was thinking, hello, yes. Hello and yes. So maybe some ribbons. But I don't know. I don't know, for decorating. I might pull out a label, of course, and a postage stamp and a what have you. But guys, honestly, do it in any style. I'm still thinking about sort of the closure. Don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. And then for the rest, I have scissors and glue. I'm going to use a ruler for tearing out my piece of paper. Is that it? Most likely, yeah? Okay, let's get going. When I do something like this, I want to ink before I put paper on. But by all means, lovies, you can do it afterwards. I just prefer doing the inking beforehand. Let's have some lovely paper. Yes! I found this years ago in a paper pad with some lovely papers, but also this. So I'm just gonna go around the edges with the tea dye. It can be messy, lovely, because we're going to cover up most of it. Now, why am I doing this in advance? Because you're gonna put paper on. There will be a little bit, you can see here, a little bit of a height difference. So you always see it. I'm not putting anything on the flap because this is going to be attached to the other side. Except for the last one. The last flap will be, obviously, the closure. So on one of them, I will also do some inking on the flap. Yeah. So I'm just inking all around them. And obviously I'm gonna do all 3. Oops, do not forget this part, because this part you will see. It's just these parts of the flap that I don't need. I will, or when the project is done, ink again, well, go around it again with the bundled sage. So double inking, double the fun. Yeah, so ink all your envelopes. Now if you are using colored envelopes, then you don't need to do this. No, so that's fantastic. Normally when I do sort of this project, I take out my craft colored envelopes, because I really like them and I have a lot of those. But most of us have white ones, so that's why I'm inking. I put a mark here, so this is the last one. This is going to be the flap, so I've also inked there. Yeah, okay. Now before I glue all of them together, I'm going to do the hardest part, which is the part here on the inside. Yeah, I'm going to have them sort of all the same, but that's not a rule. That's just something that I'm doing. I want this part here in the flap to be this paper. I want this paper. So I'm just going to, oops, make some strippies. There we go. I want it a little bit longer than here. Yeah. And a little bit longer here. Just make it easy for yourself, loves. There you go. Ripping a piece. And let's mark it. There we go. Also, straight would be lovely. Yes. Now, this is very thin paper. Maybe not that smart. Heavier paper. Oh, that's lovely. Can we do this? Heavier paper would work much, much better. So I'm going to glue it in here and a little bit higher. Yeah, that's sort of tricky. Let's have this as a glue page as well. I am not using art glitter glue for this, because do I want the writing? I think I want the writing, guys. Yes, I want the writing. If you do this with art glitter glue, it will be stuck immediately, and with glue stick you have a little bit of wiggle room. Now, very thin paper, I recommend heavier paper. Not that heavy, not real scrapbook paper or anything, but it's going to be a little bit tricky to put it in. You could also do with this. Just sort of snip these corners. For some reason, that sometimes works better. But not today, because this paper is way too flimsy. Good job, me. Yeah. Pick out the thinnest paper that you have. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be thin. But it is in there. It's in there. Yeah. And we will glue this on here. So you will just see this piece. So I'm going to do this with, well, the second one for sure. The third one, I think I'm going to have like all the way to the end. I think so. So I'm going to do the same with the second one. So the last one, that's going to be our closure. See, I glued just all the way to the end. Now you can snip this off. I am, however, going to glue it in because it will sort of reinforce this flap. Yeah, there's sort of a angle here. I am going to totally dismiss the angle. I'm just going to do with this. See? So I've sort of straightened out the angle. Now this is going to be the inside. So now we also need something on the outside. But this is going to be a lovely collage. Yes. Let's see. This goes here. This goes here. but not all the way to the edge, lovies. Leave a little bit of room in between because we need to fold them and it needs to be folded over and what have you. But I will now glue them down. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the flap. Yes. Line them up, not all the way to the edge, lovies. Like a couple of millimeters because it needs to be folded over, yeah? Okay. There we go. So envelope 1, 2, and 3. I am going to fold it in. There we go. Now for the last one, here, I'm going to glue it the tiniest bit further because this needs to be folded in. I'm going to fold it first. Yeah. And this needs to be able to fold over. So a little bit removed. Let's see if we can do this sort of, have a straight. That would be lovely, straight. There you go. Yeah? See now this, it closes up. There you go. Ta-da. You can have your whole project like so, loves. Yeah? Just fold it in, like this. I'm gonna have it on its side because of the very large flower fairies that I have. So, layer 1, the insides. Yeah? Let's do these because these are also tricky. For the second layer, I'm going to use the music paper. Yeah? But you can't glue it all the way to the edge. However, I'm also going to make pockets. So I've cut these out. Now, these were printed on 160 grams, so a little bit heavier. The other ones, these I printed out on just copy paper because I'm going to be ripping into this and making more of a sort of a collage. So I'm going to have this going to be a big pocket, and then this is also going to be sort of a pocket or, you know, a tuck spot. Let's have some different ones. There you go. I'm going to start with this, then a pink one, and then a blue one. No, it's going to be in the middle. See? There you go. Oh, it's going to be lovely. But this here, I want to cover with the music paper. Yeah? I'm going to rip strippies about yay big. So it needs to be sort of here. All the way to the end. All the way to the end though. Okie dokie. Take off a piece of this edge. Do not throw this out because that is lovely to stamp something on. Yes. And then we need this. Okie dokie. Here's what I'm doing. I am going to put it in here. Does it fit? Hopefully it fits. Go, 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 go. A little bit big. Going to snip the tiniest bit. Yeah. Let's try this again. Move it all the way. Not all the way to the bottom, but all the way to where this starts. See this? Yeah. So we're lining it up here and here. I'm taking out my pencil. I'm just doing this. Oops. I cannot even draw a straight line. Take it out and then you take your scissors. Just cut it. But maybe your envelope doesn't have the sort of V-shaped entrance, but a straight one. Yes, less cutting. So, you know, pick colored envelopes that have a straight entrance. Okay, because this will show up, yeah, I am going to ink it. There's a little bit of pencil mark here. Shall we ink it in the bundled sage? I think so. I'm gonna ink it in the bundled sage. There we go. Because why not? Oh yes, lovely. I don't need to ink this because something is going to go on top of that. There we go. So I'm going to glue this on. I'm again just using my glue stick because, you know, the glue stick is out, or why not? And then you can sort of maneuver it a little bit. There we go. Tiny piece left here and here, but that's okay. That's why we inked it. That's why we inked it. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna do the other ones as well. We were starting with this one. I think I want the flower to be on there. Yeah. So I'm going to cut this off, but maybe yours is bigger or smaller. Here, and then, well, it's exactly this bit here. Yeah, inking. I think I'm going to do the tea dye. Do you want to round corners here? No, no. Yes, now I'm taking out art. I'm just gonna put glue here, here, and here. Oops, there we go. Sort of a side tuck spot thingy. Just filled with loveliness. Yeah, and we can do something with rub-ons here, or maybe some tape. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So here's what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to do this trick here and here. It's already lovely. It's already lovely. Yeah. So you have a pocket here and pocket here. Yeah. I might do a little bit more decorating. Do not know for sure yet, because honestly, I already really like it. Yeah. So I'm going to concentrate on the other side. I am going to make small collages on all the panels. This one, and also the last one. Now for the last one, I think I want this to be one piece, not 2 or 3 different pieces. So this I'm going to do probably separately. Yeah. Okay. What am I using? I'm going to sort of rip up all these small little bits and bobs. Yeah. And I'll also use some of this somewhere. I have some of the music paper left, some strippies, and we'll also have these. Oh, that could work. That would work. And then with something. And of course, I still have some book pages. So I'm just gonna make mini collages. Yeah. So I'm gonna rip up all of these just with a ruler. Before you start gluing stuff down, make sure everything is the right side up. Yeah, it's right side up. But that's a me thing. Yes, I, glue everything upside down if necessary. Okay, I'm going to utilize this. Why not? I'm going to start with the flap. Yeah, let's do green. Let's do the bundled sage. Oh, why not? Why not? You're not going to see this because it's going to be covered with a something, Well, I already know the something. I'm going to put this one on as well. So this is going to be over there. I will, however, ink this the tiniest bit more, because it will show up, and now it's basically the same color as the paper. And there we go. Go away, bundle. Oh my gosh. Everything is falling down. Yes. Gluing without a cap. Way better, honestly. There we go. Yes. And then I think I want to have this one. Now I'm not going to cut it beforehand. I'm going to glue it on and then cut it and then ink it. Yes, well, I am going to ink these two edges. Okie doke. Probably way too much glue, but that's quite all right. Yes, let's see. Yep. Scissors. There we go. Here and here. Oh yeah, cool. Let's do some green. Fantastic. So this is now also the closure. Did I glue it too close to the edge? I probably did. Probably did. But I'm going to fix it. Yes. Don't glue it too close to the edge, because if you fold it, see, then this happens. But guess what? I have washi tape. So here's what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to make a lovely collage here. And then I'm going to put the washi tape over it. Will also sort of function as a little bit of a strength. Yes? Okay. There we go. Let's make small little collages, just background collages. I have some music paper. I have some of sort of the magazine. I have these all torn up. And then I have this big piece. I'm just going to do parts of it over here, where apparently there's still a little bit of white showing. There we go. Just a random piece. I do not want a daffodil on here, I just want sort of the foliage. Yeah. I am not inking individual pieces. No, no. Let's have a glue page. Okie doke. So I'm just going to do one. Well, this is a good place to start as any. Yeah. Then a piece of this. I might need some more music paper. Staying away from the edge. What else? Wow, that's almost perfect fit. So, yep. Remember, there's going to be a big flower fairy atop of it. Yep. Yes. Just put it on, love. Do I need a new glue stick? Oops! Yes. I have some smaller pieces as well. I have this one, I could do this. Like so. Yeah. Do we want another piece of... I could do this. Actually too big. Do you want to do the foliage? Yes. See? Just over there. There we go. Fantastic. 3 more to go. Do you want me to leave the camera on? Just gonna leave the camera on. I really enjoy this. I'm gonna have a big piece here because why not? See if we can find a dry spot. There we go. Yes. Lovely piece. Over here. Are you going to have it on its side? Who daring I am. Oops. Oopsie. What else do we have? I have this lovely color palette. I'm going to put this on the next one. You want this here? Yeah. Yes, and then also on its side. Oh, well, yes. Fantastic. Last one, I really love this. I'm gonna put this over there with the color swatches. Just very cute. There you go. Do I have more music paper? I do. I'm going to have a strip here. Yep. Totally random. Just put stuff on. You could also use your scraps, love. It's too tall. Why did I make it too tall? Because you measured it wrong. I'm going to trim it. Yeah. What else? That might be a bit much, right? I'm going to have this here. Oh, no, the other side. Yes. definitely this. And have a piece of yeah. Going to leave this blank. Why? Because there's probably going to be a flower fairy on it. Okay. Do I have another strippy? That's maybe even lovelier. No, let's just do this one. Or this. I knew I had a strippy left. Yes, this. There we go. Okay, leaving this. Or not. Could also put something on. Great. I'm going to trim this, guys. Ink all around it. Then take out the flower fairies. So I have my cuties out. Before I glue them on, I need to find where the sort of the front cover is. And that is actually the middle part. So we fold this in. Yeah. This is going to be the front. Now, I really want something on here that you can see what it is. So I'm thinking to put on this little cutie here. There you go. See, so her face won't get covered. So this is going to go on here. Yeah. And then the other two, I need to cover this up. So I'm thinking this little guy here. It goes off the page, but that's quite alright, loves, because that's why they invented scissors. And it doesn't really matter. And then this is going to be a busy one, but I do love it. Look at her. Yeah. So, oh, I'm already in love. That's so fantastic. I'm going to add something, loves. I'm going to add some washi tape. And I have some labels out. These are labels from Michelle at the Young Journal Studio. This is from Labels Days Gone By, but then the pastel colors, because, you know, of pastel. I'm thinking to put this here. That looks really cool. I think I want to have a yellow one. Oh, here's more sort of blank space. But then they're in the same spot. Can you move this one up? Yes. And this goes here. What is that you want? Well, let's have something less busy. Over here, behind your head. Yeah? Then for the tapes, I really need to put some tape here. I'm going to use the widest one. This is 1/2 inch, something, yeah. Very old tape, so I'm hoping it'll still stick. Cannot tell your brand because AliExpress. When I started out with this sort of adventure, I bought a gazillion washi tapes. Do I ever use them? No. No. Do we want to put some tape here as well? Something cutesy pink? Ooh, let's do something cutesy pink. Because why not? Not on the fold. I'm going to have it a little bit over here. That's the fold. So I do it like so. Yeah. Some of this little piece. Maybe you should have it straight. Oh yeah, that looks cute. Oh, cut it later. There we go. This goes here, here, here. Oops, see, rubbish. Rubbish. These are at least 6 years old. Yes. Do we need some more? Maybe some here. Pink, pink. Let's do this one. Yeah. And then a little piece here. Great. Okay, guys, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to glue everything on. This is so sweet. I'm almost having a sugar rush, guys. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. Love it. I'm going to put the smallest label here. Just a label there. Yeah. Just a tiny one. And then also, I'm not going to do the ribbons. Also some on the inside. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I have 3. I'm going to put this one here or that way, love. Okay. So one here because of the yellow daffodils here. Yeah. And then I'm going to have this one here. And a big one here. And you can stamp something on it. Like a date or, you know, for who this is for. Because I'm going to get questions. What you do with this? Well, you know, you could have it in a pocket in a journal. Or you fill it up with lovely stuff. And then you, you know, gift it in Happy Mail. So you could put Happy Mail here. Or the name of the person you're sending it to. Do we need a closure? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So cute. We sort of do. I'm going to put in an eyelet. Yeah, and then wrap something around. So I just put in a tiny pink one. Yes, that's why I, you know, got these tiny pink ones for a project just like this. Now I found in my jar of this also something pink. Yeah, I do need which is also pink, my needle threader because tiny eyelet, so small hole. There we go. Does this fit? Does it want to come through? Hoping it does. Come on, you can do it. Yes, there we go. Do not break another one. Okay, and then have both of these through. Yeah. Yes. I have a small piece and a long piece. The long piece goes all around and then you tie it up here with just a cute little bow. Just cute. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Let's look at the end result. Well, maybe not half an hour, but 40 minutes for sure. Okay, guys, let us have a look. I just think it's awesome. I did get my cuteness fix today. I really wanted something cute and lovely. So you open it up like so. Yeah, it's just 3 envelopes. 3 envelopes. Some images, book images, or from digitals, and then book pages or scraps or what have you. And make it in any style, loves. Make it in any style. In case you want to do this style, yeah. With the digitals, I forgot to mention, it's linked below. It's the extra large miscellaneous mega pack. It's 45 pages, guys. It's huge, huge. So we have this beautiful. Her name is Margot because it says here. Okay, there you go, Margot. Yeah. And then he looks like Peter Pan to me. So cool. Yeah. So we have pocket. Put a name or a date or whatever on. Just, you know, fill it up and send it out in Happy Mail or just put it in a pocket in your journal. Yeah. Let's look at the back because we've missed her. Isn't she just pretty? It's so, so pretty. Oh, love it. I'm going to look at this for a while because this just makes me happy, brings me joy. That's why I named this piece of the kit Spring Joy, because it brings me joy. Guys, I'll be back again this Friday with another video. Yes, and also I'm working on a freebie for Friday, so make sure you're there. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you Friday. Bye, guys.